What's up YouTube, it's Authentic. Today I've got a new video for you guys. It's about brutal Hydra. Now Hydra has been nerfed, particularly the head of Decay can now be provoked. So I wanted to try a team with Skull Lord Vargal again and see if we can get a rotation where we can perfectly provoke the head of Decay over and over again. And this is the team I want to do it with. The essentials for this team is Kimmy and Skull Lord. You can use whichever reviver you want. You can run Sifi if you like. You can run Godseeker and Neri. You could run Ursula. You can run Duchess even in this composition. You can run whichever reviver you want in the first spot. Then you'll have Ugo, Husk and Geomancer. I have my Skull Lord in Reflex just to make sure we get the... just to make sure we have enough provoke put onto the head of Decay. Now he does have a 2-turn cooldown with 1-turn provoke, which is fantastic. He also has a decreased attack, as we already know what his kit is like. So we're trying to make sure we proc the reflex on this ability and get the provoke out every single time. Now because we have increased speed and decreased speed, our Skull Lord will be able to get 2 turns to Decay's 1 turn, so the reflex is not necessary, but it's nice to have just an extra piece on him. There's no other set that I found to be good on him. Even before Decay could be provoked, I was actually running my Skull Lord with a reflex set, so this set just makes sense on him. His A1 boosts his turn meter, which is kind of interesting because every time he boosts his turn meter, his turn meter goes up, he gets the quicker turn. That means he can get the provoke onto Decay as soon as. Now Skull Lord counters Decay. He already countered Mischief and he countered Wrath because he does decrease attack and he does the extra buff, so Mischief does focus onto him because he has the most buffs. So now he's even better than before. We were already running him in our team, so now he just does an additional counter to one of the strongest heads out there. So I'm pretty happy with this team. I still need to build Husk, so I'm going to build Husk and go through this run. I haven't run this just yet, so I'll show you guys how many runs it's taken, what the final result is, and I'll show you the complete run. I'll speed it up so we don't have to sit there and watch a half-an-hour run. I'll speed it up so we can go through it quickly, and at the end I'll give my thoughts on how you could probably improve the team and what I think of the team. So let me build Husk and then we'll get the run on the way. So this is the run, guys. We managed to get up to 35 million. Now normally when I hit the top chest of any difficulty, I just stop the key, I end and I get out, because I don't really like staying beyond a point and my clan doesn't really need the extra damage. So normally I would just quit it at this point and then move on, because it just takes too long. But I'm going to continue with this key just for the content. I'm not going to show the run. We're going to fast forward from here on out until the end of the key. So I'll finish the key and then we'll sum it up at the end. Basically, we had a few, I believe we had a few cleanses from Decay who got respawned, and I think my Skull Lord got eaten or devoured or consumed, and he lost his Provoke because he was no longer there. We have Husk for a backup Provoke, but it wasn't enough to keep the cleanse on the respawned Decay head. But I still think it's a very solid team. It's pretty easy to keep Decay provoked, especially on this difficulty and these speeds. Let me finish this run, and at the end I do want to talk about maybe the fear issue that we're having with Torment. So let me finish this run, we'll see how much damage we get maxed, and I'll show you all the gear and we'll summarize this team in the end. So I'll just run it right to the end now. So this is the final damage. We've got 94.88 million. It says 9 minutes and 3 seconds or 9 hours and 3 minutes. It actually took me 62-ish minutes, just over an hour to complete the key. It was a very long time. Like I said, I don't normally do the full key. I just do 30 million and get out. But this time we just let it fly, and at the end everybody would just getting eaten every single turn. So Sifi did, as you can see, she did 859,000. Skull Lord Vargal did 4.5 million, 6 million from Lady Kimmy, 5.7 million from Ugo, 34 million from Husk, and 42 million from Geomancer. So massive numbers. Let me show you the gear that these champions have on. Quick little note, you can free regroup even if you're at the end stage, so make sure you click on keep result if you want to keep the key, because you don't want to have to run it again. So now it looks like it's just saving my key. There we go. So we did 94 million with this team. It's a very solid team. It's an amazing strong team. You can run. Showing the gear that they have on, my Sifi was in protection gear. It's not needed. This is just something I was messing around with in arena. So she's in basically speed and 500 resistance. Some survivability is nice. Skull Lord Vargal, he's in resistance, accuracy, and also you want him to be slightly quick for this because you want him to cycle back around to his provoke. His survivability, you don't need to focus on it too much. It will just fill up itself. 300 accuracy is all you need for brutal. He went to 376, but 300 is all you need. So 300 accuracy, 500 resistance, and 270 speed is what I went for. Lady Kimmy, also a arena build, so I just have a nice and fast, 342 speed, 3600 defense, nearly 60k HP. As long as you have 300 accuracy and 250 resistance. On everybody who's not Skull Lord, it means if you're running the Sifi lead, you can just do decrease accuracy and not get debuffed. If I was building around the Sifi increased resistance, I really should have just had 480-ish, sorry, 420 to 440 resistance, because we were running the resistance aura, which gives 80 resistance from Sifi's aura. So we could have just built that as well. So 440 resistance, all we would have needed. Geomancer's in reflex, 300 accuracy, 250 resistance, 240 speed and some survivability. Husk, similar sort of thing, even he's in 250 resistance. I gave him a little bit of accuracy just to back up Skull Lord's provoke, because his provoke on the A1 is handy sometimes. And then we had Ugo in relentless, decent amount of HP, 270ish, 280ish speed. I would say build him 250 speed and get him 90k HP for the bigger heal, but either way, it's absolutely fine. There wasn't many champions dying. 250 resistance and 300 accuracy. So that was the team. The masteries are the same as I've shown before. I'll quickly run through them. So these are the masteries I've taken on all of these champions. It's a solid team. The only thing I would say is that the fear from Torment was a slight issue. Sifi does have the passive to cleanse off fears, and then we had Ugo cleanse coming in too. And there's a bunch of single target hitters on my team as well, apart from Husk doing his big nuke. But to play around Torment, you just need to make sure you don't use your AoE ability from Geomancer 1 turn before his ability is available. So you do have to play around it slightly. You do have the single target cleanse and the CP cleanse as well to deal with Torment. But if you are finding it to be a bit of an issue, you can use, instead of CP, you can use Duchess, Veil, or you could go a slight Inquisitor style of team, so drop CP, drop another champion and bring an Inquisitor. But I didn't really think it was too much of an issue. Torment came back, maybe I killed Torment 4 to 5 times in the 95 million that we did. So there was a lot of Torment spawns, so we managed to deal with all of them. The key is pretty solid. Let me know what you guys think of the team. If you're going to run this consistent Provoke team or permanent Provoke, whatever you want to call it, the aim of the team is to make sure you keep Provoke on Decay all the time and you kill all the heads in the process. So that's the team. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll catch you guys in the next upload. Peace.